Hey, good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution episode 741, 16 minutes late. What is happening? Happy Tuesday. Uh, it wasn't my internet this morning. It wasn't my coffee maker. I just wanted to sleep a little later. However, if I had like a regular if I would plug in my new computer, which by the way, I'm not using my new computer down here. It'll be in the upstairs, which I still haven't plugged it in yet. Ethan, what's up? Uncle Rich, Terry, Brian, Jenny, Jaden, what is happening? Good morning, all. So I just decided to sleep in a little bit today. Decided to sleep in. I thought my internet was fixed. And here's how much of an idiot I am. So my tech savvy is basically plug it in, unplug it, Control Alt Delete. If that doesn't fix it, call somebody. Call my friend Jeremy. He's my tech guy. So my internet has been crappy since Wednesday or Thanksgiving Thursday. So I unplugged now Dan, Korean Cardboard is in the house. Dan is here. Christian, David, Paige, and Dee Bean. Good morning, all. So Dan said, no, it was Steph, told me that oh man, I always get these confused. The modem and the router. I get the modem and the router confused. But what I was doing, I was only unplugging and plugging back in one of the two, either the modem or the router, whatever it was. So of course, what was the issue? The one that I did, and I unplugged and plugged back in the same thing, the whatever the cable company provides. Charter Spectrum is who we have the internet through. So I just figured, it's got to be that thing, the modem. I think that's the modem, right? Unplugged, plugged it back in, didn't work. So I have the mesh network, the Wi-Fi mesh network, the Nighthawk. And so it's intermittent, and it's kind of like it's been a disease. It just kind of goes from one thing. Like at first it was just my eBay, like the back end of my eBay. And it's like, something's wrong with eBay. It's low bandwidth or whatever. Then all of a sudden my phone would not connect to the Wi-Fi. What the hell's going on with this? So unplugging and plugging back in the charter thing, the modem, wasn't working. Sunday night, what day is today? Tuesday. Sunday night, my wife is chatting with Charter, and I went to bed. I'm like, F this, I'm going to bed. So yesterday, my wife says, well, Charter said something, and whatever it was, I was on the couch. It's what couch people do. And my wife said, oh, have you tried unplugging or resetting the Nighthawk? And I'm like, yeah, no, no, I haven't. What the hell have I been doing the last 4 days? So I unplugged and plugged back in the Nighthawk. My wife goes, did you just, I go, I only unplugged the power. And she goes, well, unplug everything and plug it all back in. So I did that. Boom. Guess what? Internet comes back on. My phone, for the first time in 5 days, is connecting to the Wi-Fi, to the internet. Happy day, oh joy. However, I come downstairs this morning. Hey, no internet problems. I'm looking at my Nighthawk right now. Red light. Oh, this is an easy fix. I'll just hit the reset button on the back, or it's called sync. I just push the sync button. Boom. It's going to sync up with the base upstairs. We're good to go. Not the case. It's still red light. But I think I may know what I need to do. I think if I push sync upstairs on the base, that'll sync up with the Nighthawk down here. So I'm like, I'm going to go on the Nighthawk app, which I've been on the Nighthawk app the last few days, and it says, "We don't recognize this device." The hell you don't recognize this device? I've been on it the last 5 days. So then I try to log in. Oh, this is incorrect. Son of a. So I think the internet is fixed. It's just the Nighthawk is acting up. Got hair or something in my mouth. Anyway, Boston Smokes in the house. We've got some weather chat. I'm missing the weather chat. See, Jenny, you don't want pink skies in the morning. Jenny's in snowy Minnesota, where she had pink skies in the morning. Sailor take warning. We did not have nasty weather yesterday. We didn't have pink sky in the morning. We just had overcast skies yesterday morning. Although it's super foggy this morning, which I assume means we're going to get some of that Minnesota snowfall. I think it's going to snow today, which I'm cool with. It's November 29th, as long as it doesn't snow like Friday, or Saturday, because I'll be driving down to the Chicago suburbs for the Club 400 Christmas party. I don't know if Ethan's still with us, but Ethan, I passed along to Stu. It's so Club 400, and I know a lot of you know what Club 400 is. It's my buddy Stu's basement. It's his house. You drive in to a subdivision, and it's like a bunch of houses, and then you pull up to Stu's house, and it's like, oh, it's just a house. You walk through his garage. What the hell's in my? You walk through his garage. You go into the mud room. The mud room. You take a turn right to go downstairs, and all of a sudden you open the door to the basement, and it's just Cubs memorabilia all the way down the stairs, and then you walk into Shangri-La, and it's just the most amazing basement. You don't even have to be a Cubs fan to appreciate this basement. It's all Cubs, but it's just insane. If you have Netflix, check out, I think it's called Amazing Interiors on Netflix, and Stu is featured on that show. So check that out if you haven't already. So the Club 400 Christmas party is this Friday night. Brendan Davis and Cole Franklin will be the guests. So I'll be there on Friday night. Looking forward to that. Club 400 always puts on amazing amazing parties altogether. So I did pass along, Ethan, that to Stu. I'm like, hey, I think Ethan Roberts wants to come out, and he's super excited. So we'll have to make that trip happen. Let's see. What other weather talk? David's on the East Coast. What's happening? Supposed to get 4 to 7 inches of snow. I hope Terry's not in Wisconsin. Terry's in Minnesota. And I think we're supposed to get some snow. I haven't looked. It'll just be one of those when I look out the window. Hey, it's snowing. Thanksgiving Thursday of 2020. That's when my internet went out. Let's see. Rich down in Texas going to have a high of 76, 49 tomorrow. Boo to that. DFW weather is funny this time of year. Ed is with us. What's happening, Ed? Paige and Deanie Bean wants to know, is this a ghost story? No ghost stories. Trash day. Thank you, Brian. It's trash. Today's the important day. Tonight's the important night. It's trash and recycling day. Trash and recycling day. Which my recycling, as always, is overflowing. So we'll have to get that to the curb this evening. Let's see. Jenny says, let's play Pick the Player while Ethan is in the house. Scotty Dubs, what's happening? Good morning to you. I brought because I don't have anything to talk about today. So I'm like, well, we'll have to play Pick the Player. So I brought my treasure chest. What's neat about this, when you were a kid, did you ever go to the dentist and they had like a treasure chest? And it was in a box just like this. Opened up. How does it open up? Like so. You can pick whatever you want. Dr. Tom, my dentist growing up, Dr. Tom, he's like, you can pick 2. And they were like penny toys, like just the crappiest of crap. But when you're 6 years old, you get to, I loved going to the dentist. Hey, that's good marketing, right? I wish they had like an adult treasure box, like, hey, pick out a baseball card. I guess that's for the kids too, right? You can have a beer and a pack of baseball cards. I would go to the dentist every week if they gave me a pack of baseball cards and a beer. I guess that a beer doesn't go well with going to the dentist, though. So I've got my treasure chest of packs. I've got a little bit of everything in here. But Jenny, I know that you've been disappointed with the junk wax. So we'll have to do something more modern for you. But just some things that are in here. I've got Harry and the Hendersons. We won't play that game. Battlestar Galactica. We certainly won't play that game. I've never even seen that show. We've got Desert Storm. But it's just a fun Gremlins. By the way, Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Nasty Tricks. That might be fun for the Couch People Christmas party. Dick Tracy. I remember building this set. I think that came out in 1990. What else do we have? We have Close Encounters, another sci-fi show that I never watched. It's also before my time. What else do we have in here? Another one I didn't watch. Another sci-fi space, 1999, which that was like all the way into the future. Now it's all the way into the past. What else do I have? Oh, some good stuff. Now we're into the good stuff. The Simpsons, the original 1990 Simpsons cards. 21 Jump Street. And my favorite, one of the greatest movies of all time, Howard the Duck. But I have some sports packs. I've got football. I've got baseball. Here's a perfect pack for the Couch People Christmas party. Home Alone 2, which was not near as good as the original. Anyway, so we'll play a pack with a modern pack. I do have a more modern pack within the last 5 years. So we'll play that. Let's see. Terry says resetting everything helps resolve any DNS address conflicts. Tech is hard. I agree, John. I totally agree with that. Cooter says, good morning. When I reset the Wi-Fi, I have to take out the backup battery out of the modem and leave both unplugged for 60 seconds. Geez, this is difficult. John says, high of 65 in LA. Dan says, my 7160 scanner comes today. Would you recommend buying the low-level Car Dealer Pro? That's a good point you bring up. So Dan has his 7160 scanner delivered today. Would you recommend buying the low-level Car Dealer Pro subscription and try to learn the scanner and Car Dealer Pro at the same time? Right now, I would say do not subscribe to Car Dealer Pro. And you're like, oh, why? So Car Dealer Pro has been going through some issues with not even just accuracy, but just uploading in general. This is a problem that's been going on since Wednesday afternoon. They did an update on Wednesday, and it completely failed. And they don't have a fix for it, which is really annoying. And I did pass along my frustration. I downgraded my subscription. I couldn't figure out how to cancel it, so I just downgraded it to the cheapest one. From the $100 a month down to the $10 a month, because it's unreliable, and they've done several updates now, and the updates are supposed to make things better, and they've made things worse because when they roll out these updates, they don't work, and when they try to fix them, it takes a week or longer, and that's just, why am I paying money to have a product that's only working half the time? So I did voice my frustration with the guys at Collects and Car Dealer Pro. I would not recommend it right now. Once they get things figured out, they did assure me that they will do a better job when they roll out updates. I hope they follow through with that. But right now, I would not recommend Car Dealer Pro. They did tell me that a fix is coming this week, and it's like, well, the fix was supposed to come Thursday and Friday of last week. And so that's the frustrating part, where I was very patient. Part of the reason was because I didn't have to use it, because I was so busy shipping, which is a great problem to have. So I'm like, it's the weekend. I've got a lot of shipping. I had my Black Friday sale, so I've been shipping out my ears. So Monday morning, I'm like, well, I have a batch to upload and didn't work. So now it's okay. This is beyond frustrating. We've given you long enough leash, long enough time. So I would not recommend Car Dealer Pro at this time. Which sucks. I know for you. You just bought the scanner. It's getting delivered today. That really sucks. I can't even, Dan, what really sucks is I can't even recommend doing a trial subscription right now because it doesn't work. You can't even do a trial subscription to play around with it, which really sucks. I don't know if anybody in here has used Chronazio. I can't personally recommend Chronazio because I haven't really used it, and I know some people do. I don't, Terry, Terry, have you used Chronazio? Maybe try Chronazio. But right now I can't recommend Car Dealer Pro. Stu is such a Chicago name. Clark, what's happening? Good morning to you. Let's see, where are we at in the chat? We said hi to Clark, and we are at Jenny. Aha! That's why I started selling Cole Franklin Pro debuts last weekend. Oh, yeah, very well could be. Herman, what's happening? Dan in Korea, 48 degrees and clear. Don't clean your coffee mug with don't clean your coffee mug out with your hairbrush. I know. Let's see. Cooter says my childhood dentist was a sadist, so there was no treasure chest. He was Dr. Giggles or Dr. Isaac Yankum, DDS. Let's see. Dan says planning winter vacation for late January. Very nice. I'm waiting on my Marriott points to drop. They should be dropping soon, so I can get my spring training trip planned. I did see VIP for the National has been released. They're on sale now. So now I am going to last year it was like, oh, it's Atlantic City. And the reason I didn't purchase right away for Atlantic City was because, and I ended up not going. So it was good that I didn't purchase tickets. But I don't need the super VIP or really even the VIP for Atlantic City. I was only coming in for, it would have been 3 days. I didn't need a parking pass. I don't even know if they have that in the VIP for Atlantic City. So it was like, I don't need the autographs. I don't need anything like that. So I'll just go pay for, if I'm going to be there 3 days, I pay what? How much is that? $60? What's a VIP? 150, 120? I don't even know. So that's why I didn't buy Atlantic City VIPs. I will buy because I want the super VIP for Chicago because of the main reason, the parking pass, and then you get 2 of everything in the swag bag, which I detailed through what you can. Now, when I went through and detailed how much I made on the swag bag items, remember that was also 2021. Was that 2021 or was that 2019? Now I can't remember. If it was 2019, we're still in good company. If it was 2021, those comps don't even count anymore because it was such a crazy time. Let's see. Dan says Dan's planning that winter vacation. Beer and a Bobby Bonilla card. Oh my. Does Bo have a hairbrush? I do not. I don't even have a comb. I mean, look at this hair. There's no comb needed. This is my comb right here. John says, any cards from the Phoebe Cates movie that didn't have gremlins in it? I'd pay up for those. No, sir. None of that. For some reason, most of my packs are like sci-fi. And I don't even like most of the packs, most of the non-sports packs I have are of shows and movies I've never even seen. Probably because I can get them cheap. Like I've got this one. And I think a lot of these were John Gruber is a dealer at my show. Awesome guy. And he's always like, he gave me 2. Do I have them around here? He's like, hey, I've got a couple 68 Topps Cubs cards. You can just have them. It was Bill Hands and Joe Niekro. And I'm like, well, I'll pay you something. He's like, no, just take them. Like, okay. He's like, I got some packs. You can take those. I'm like, John. So I bought like 2 packs from him several months ago, and he ends up throwing. He's like, "Oh, here, take this one, VR Troopers. Do you want this?" And I'm like, "Nah, I don't really want that." He's like, "Just take it." Um, so yeah, most of the packs I have haven't even watched the movies or shows. Jenny says Howard the Duck looks stoned on that pack. If you've seen Howard the Duck, he probably was stoned. He's smoking a stogie though. He's got a cigar, but I bet Howard the Duck smokes a little bit of that wacky tobacco. Terry says Car Dealer Pro sent me a message that they will be rolling out a few updates this week, and that's what I had heard. That's what they emailed me back, because I was a little more professional than some other people on Twitter last week. But I did voice my frustration, like, hey, this is a little bit out of control here with this. John says just carpet bomb Car Dealer Pro on Twitter. They love that. Matt says this is why Chrono is better, bro. Yeah, open source programs are always 1,000 times better. So, I mean, I normally a week ago I would have said, screw Chronosio, it's too hard to use. But now it's like, well, if it's too hard, maybe if I just learn how to use it, we know how stubborn I am in that territory. At least it works. It may be clunky and hard to use, but at least if I pay for a month, I get a month of service and not 2 weeks of service for a month. Car Dealer Pro better be reimbursing people that can't use it right now. That's only good. I agree with that. I mean, and this is, and what's frustrating, this isn't the first time. I mean, we had the issues with modern football, which lasted for a long time. Also, what was the other thing? Now it escapes me. There was one other thing that I wanted to touch on. Let's see. John says Car Dealer Pro needs to unplug their router. Yes, they do. George says, I bought a subscription to Negative Lab Pro today, not Car Dealer Pro. Negative Lab. I don't even know what that means. I bet that's photography speak. Is that photography? Terry says the Car Dealer Pro interface is much better, but the exported spreadsheet needs tweaking. Yes, agree. 100%. Let's see. Ed says, not sure. Oh, where's this at? Where are we at? Ed says, not sure why Car Dealer Pro changed their interface. Very bad decision. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Very frustrated. Ed, completely 100% agree with that. It is super frustrating. And what I told, and here's the thing, and this is going to sound like foreign to some people that don't use Car Dealer Pro. So the upload that I wanted to use yesterday was wrestling. Now, wrestling's not in the database for Car Dealer Pro. I'm completely fine with that. I don't update much wrestling. And if I was only updating wrestling, I wouldn't have a subscription to Car Dealer Pro. But I like using Car Dealer Pro more than I can still do when it's working accurately. Car Dealer Pro, even when they don't recognize the cards like wrestling, I can still use it faster than the spreadsheet upload and image shack using File Exchange. So what I would do is say I'd scan 100 wrestling cards, and then I would upload them to Car Dealer Pro. They wouldn't recognize any of them, which I'm okay with, but it spits out that spreadsheet, and then I just manually, in most of the fields, I can just copy and paste. It automatically has the links to the photos. They're hosting the images. We're all good to go. And I just delete the title field because I'll just manually enter that. And then the only thing I have to manually enter is like the player is the wrestling name. And it's from the same set. So I copy and paste the year, copy and paste the set, copy and paste WWE, and then just have to type in the title and the wrestler name. Boom. And it, and so it's like, so I when I emailed Ted and Fred, I'm like, hey, this is, even if it isn't recognized in the database, like I still use it for this. So I hope this isn't changing, because I don't know I stayed out of all the shenanigans that were going on through the weekend. But here's what it is. It is super frustrating. I agree 100%. Let's see. Cooter says, what's your beef? Let's see. Terry says, I used Chronazio for quite a while, but it's more costly. So yeah. In Chronazio, it's weird because they're hooked up directly with eBay. So it's not like with Car Dealer Pro, if you pay for 1,000 scans per month, you get 1,000 scans that you then upload to eBay. Whereas in Chronazio, you get sell 999, you only can upload one. And I if I'm wrong, but I think that's how that works for Chronazio. Let's see. John said, I bought myself a ticket to the big show, the really big show. Let's see. Colin says Chronazio has a big discount right now. Chronazio did roll out a Black Friday sale, I saw. Let's see. Let's see. Where are we at? Christian says Fast Times cards would be fun. Did they even make Fast Times at Ridgemont High cards? Dan says, thanks for the context on Car Dealer Pro. I will wait until it's fixed. Let's see. Where are we at? Let's see. Zach and Porter in the house. What's up, Zach? Victor, good morning to you. Rich says it's not one of the hotels I would have preferred, but I made a hotel reservation for 2023. Very nice. I think we've booked. I think my buddy Dave books our hotel for the National, and we're way out, 20 minutes out, which is totally okay because we pay $60. We split $60 a night, so much cheaper than the 100 plus, 150 plus, right near the Rosemont. Plus, I get the parking pass. But I get if you're flying in, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for you like it works for me because I drive in. And I like the commute. I actually enjoy the commute in the morning to the National because I don't get a commute 360 other days of the year. So I like that coffee commute. Stop at Dunkin'. There's a Dunkin' and a McDonald's right next to my hotel. So I'll one day I'll do Dunkin' in the morning. The next day I'll do McDonald's in the morning, even though I don't like McDonald's coffee. Back to Dunkin', and away we go. And it's about a 20-minute drive or so. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, depending on how many. There's a lot of stoplights. I don't think it's too mileage-wise from where I stay to the Stevens Convention Center. It's not too many miles, but it's like stoplight every block. And it's River Road all the way out. Let's see. Matt, I think you need to calm down, man. Let's see. Jaden, who's, yeah. Matt, we're going to have to sit you down. Let's see. Terry says, Chronazio, you pay monthly according to how many listings you have. Brian says, your Nighthawk has you buffering. Son of a beep. Ted is in the house. So Ted from Car Dealer Pro is here. We have been talking about Car Dealer Pro, our frustrations. Hopefully the fix is in this week. John says, will you be washing your undies in the sink like John Candy? I don't know which movie that's in reference to. Is that Uncle Buck, or is that what movie? So Ted from Car Dealer Pro is in the chat. So if anybody has any questions in the chat, reach out to, or just type in the chat any questions for Ted. My question, Ted, would be, why wasn't planes, trains, and automobiles? Of course, I'm an idiot. My question would be, what happened with this update to where it's taking so long? It was an update, and it's going to take at least a week to actually get it figured out. It didn't work upon rollout. Is there safeguards for the future when there's future updates? How can this be prevented? Those would be my questions. Ted says we made a couple fixes quickly, another today. So hopefully those are rolled out and working. Because it's super frustrating. And I was hoping I had seen, several people had tweeted about it Wednesday, and I'm like, it's the holiday, give it a day. And I gave it 5 days, hoping that the fix was in, and unfortunately it was not. Ted says we're not exactly Google, but is there any way, like, I understand it's a small operation, but is there any way to test this on the back end before actually releasing it to the public? Rich says it's one of the most exciting times of the year. The Hall of Fame vote tracker is back. Absolutely. Ryan Thibodeau has an amazing Hall of Fame tracker. By the way, speaking of Hall of Fame, we'll get into Hall of Fame talk. So it was unveiled who's voting for the committee. So we'll go over to Hall of Fame talk. So there's a 16-member Hall of Fame board for the contemporary baseball era ballot, which there's 8 players. We've got Palmeiro, Bell, Schilling, Bonds, Clemens, Mattingly, Dale Murphy, and who am I missing? I'm missing one other player. There's an 8th player. So there's 16 members that vote on it. I think they need 12 votes to be elected. They did release who those 16 voters are: Chipper Jones, Greg Maddux, Jack Morris, Ryan Sandberg, Lee Smith, Frank Thomas, Alan Trammell, former players, executives Paul Beeston, Theo Epstein, Artie Moreno, Kim Ng, Dave St. Peter, and Ken Williams, and then veteran media members and historians Steve Hurt, Lavelle Neal, and Susan Slusser. So I don't know, and I try to do a little diving into comments that they've made on like PEDs, steroid, Hall of Fame, all that. Couldn't find much. I know Ryan Sandberg has been kind of outspoken, anti-PED. Somebody had mentioned Frank Thomas's. I was not aware of that, but that could be. I saw some comments. I Googled just some of the player names just to see what they had said, and I couldn't find much. And of course, I didn't do a deep dive. I was just doing a quick Google search. And didn't find much, although Chipper Jones had made, and Chipper's pretty outspoken. And it was hard to read Chipper Jones. If I were a betting man, I would say Chipper's going to vote for Bonds and Clemens. But it's like some of these other guys, Jack Morris. I don't know if Jack Morris is somebody that would vote for the PED guys. I think Theo might. But I don't know the others, Beeston, Moreno, Ng, or St. Peter, or Kenny Williams. I mean, I know Kenny Williams, but don't know how they would vote. So I think it's interesting. Now that we know names, we can do a little deep diving, and I'm sure there's journalists out there that are scouring the internet looking for previous comments made by the 16 members on this voting panel. So it'll be interesting to see how that voting shakes out. Hall of Fame tracker, Ryan Thibodeau, not Mr. Tibbs on Twitter, has his tracker up, and I think we've got 3 votes? 3 votes in. So we talked about ballot number 1, and I got some kickback. I said it was a crappy ballot, but I didn't use the word crap. I didn't say the other word, but I alluded to the other word. Sadie LeBron, ballot number 1, was just a weird ballot. So he voted for Bobby Abreu, Mark Burley, Todd Helton, Andrew Jones, Jeff Kent, Andy Pettit, Francisco Rodriguez, Scott Rowland, Omar Vizquel, and Billy Wagner. And it's like that. Well, that's all over the place. Well, maybe he's anti-PED. Well, Andy Pettit is linked to PEDs. He voted for Manny Ramirez last year, obviously linked to PEDs. And then he has added Burley, Kent, Vizquel, and Wagner. And then Ramirez was the only guy that he left off. So it's like, what I'd love to know, and maybe he does have a column, or I don't even know who this guy is, but maybe he has a column. I'd be curious to know the rationale behind that ballot. So ballot 2 is from Gil Lebreton. So what's his tracker? So he voted for 7. Todd Helton, Jeff Kent, Manny Ramirez, Alex Rodriguez, Scott Rowland, Gary Sheffield, and Billy Wagner. Now that's a respectable ballot. I think there's 4 people on this ballot, or 4 Hall of Famers on this ballot. And he got 3 of my 4. Like my 4 would be Manny Ramirez, Alex Rodriguez, Gary Sheffield, and Carlos Beltran. I don't think Carlos Beltran has received a vote yet out of the 3 public ballots. So he did add Gary Sheffield. All the rest of the other 6 were holdovers. And then the 3rd public ballot is from Lynn Henning, Detroit News, and his column is linked. He voted for 5, or she. I guess I don't know Lynn Henning. Let's see. Todd Helton, Alex Rodriguez, Scott Rowland, Gary Sheffield, Billy Wagner, which I can respect. I think I like that ballot better than the last one I talked about. Gary Sheffield, Billy Wagner gained votes from Lynn Henning. And then they did vote for Helton, Rodriguez, and Rowland last year. So those are the 3 public ballots. You can track this on Twitter at Not Mr. Tibbs, Ryan Thibodeau. Always fun to talk baseball Hall of Fame. Let's see. John says, my motto, rip the Band-Aid off. This is the perfect year to let some of the greatest of all time in on both ballots. John says it exactly how I would say it. He's just more eloquent. Let them all in. Let all the PED guys in. And eventually the rest will follow, I think. So let's see. Baseball card curmudgeon, what's happening? Mark says Christmas and Hall of Fame voting, the best time of the year. I love it. Every day I check Ryan Thibodeau's tweets just to see. Uncle Rich, thanks for jumping in. You're going to name the player, Uncle Rich. We're going to play it with a more modern product. I hope Jenny's still here. Jenny is still here. Let's see. When do the Topps Christmas cards get released? I don't know. And are they releasing Topps Holiday? I don't even know if they're releasing Topps Holiday this year. Rich, thank you for the reminder. It is recycling day tomorrow. So tonight I will have to take out both bins, garbage and recycling. Jenny says, John, I think those holiday ones come out Black Friday in past years. I don't know that they've released this year. I guess I haven't thought of them until you mentioned. They are not out, and I don't even know if they're going to be releasing them this year. Red Light 34, what's happening? Good morning to you. And Victor, I agree. Let's get Sammy Sosa in the Hall of Fame. So let's play Name the Player. Name the Player. 2017 Topps. This is a thick pack too. 2017 Topps Series 2. I don't think there's any major rookie cards in here. 36 cards. Good thing we're only 38 minutes into the chat. So name the player. Jenny, this one's for you. Michael Renicky is in the house. What's up, Michael? So we need an envelope. Pixelated just in time. Are you serious? I hope John's joking. Let's see. First player up. Detroit Tigers, third baseman. Also played for the Chicago Cubs. John wishes he was. Jenny, you got it. Nick Castellanos. Okay, so pixelated, but not enough. Not Champ Summers. Nick Castellanos. I was going to use the clue that he's famous now and is saying from, what's the broadcaster? Was it Mark Brenneman? And there's a drive. There's Castellanos with a long drive in the middle of his apology. So now we've got an Atlanta Brave. I haven't heard from Herman. I think Herman said Herman was in here. So we've got an Atlanta Brave outfielder, Ooh, good guess. Not Ender Enciarte. 2017 tops. Scotty Dubs. Got it. Nick Markakis. So we've got, there's too many cards. So I'm going to have to write these down. So we've got Jenny with one. Scott with one. Okay. Next up, we go to Houston. We've got the Astros, 2017 tops Astros outfielder. Let's see. Came up with the Astros. I think he's also played for the Oakland Athletics. Too many pixels for Herman. Damn. Not you, Gariel. Jenny says, try hitting refresh. Dairyland Picker, what's up? Babe Ruth. Not Babe Ruth. Not Michael Brantley. Not Michael Choice. Going once, going twice. This is Tony Kemp. No point awarded. Tony Kemp. Okay. Now we go to Kansas City. Unfortunately, I don't have any 1970s packs for John. I don't even think I have any 80s packs, actually. Kansas City Royals relief pitcher. This guy was lights out for the Royals World Series team. I don't even know if he was the closer. Oh, that's a good guess, Dan. Not Joakim Soria. He was one of the others. Not Soria. He was one of the others. Oh, not Dan Quisenberry. That's close. Not Quiz. He was lights out. When did the Royals win the World Series? Was it 14? I can't remember. Not Jeffries. Not Jeremy Jeffries. I think you've named Soria and Jeffries. I think were two of the three. They were like 1, 2, 3 lights out. Let's see. He also came up with the Royals. I don't know who he plays for now. Going once, going twice. This is Kelvin Herrera. Kelvin Herrera. Lights out. Relief pitcher. Okay, let's try to break the snide here. We go with another pitcher. Now we go out to L.A. with John. John's in L.A. Dodgers pitcher. Starting pitcher. I think this is somebody will get this one. He is from, yes, Jenny. Jenny with the point. Kenta Maeda. Kenta Maeda. Ooh, close, John. Not Oral Hershiser. Scotty Dubs was close. Well, Scotty Dubs got it, but he was on my screen. I've got Jenny that got it first. Brian is with us. What's up? Dan says the resolution ain't helping. Yeah, I know. The internet is not fixed. Catcher for the Cincinnati Reds. Catcher for the Cincinnati Reds. Again, this is 2017 tops. This is a tough one. He came up with Cincinnati. Victor did name a Cincinnati Reds catcher. Oh, Paige and Deanie Bean. Devin Mesoraco. We're going to give we will not take off points for spelling. Devin Mesoraco. So Andrew with the point. So we've got a 3-way tie. Oh no, Jenny's in the lead. Jenny has 2. And Scott and Andrew are tied with 1 apiece. Now we go back to Philly. Okay, John's going to get this. We're going out to Philly. Philadelphia. Outfielder for the Phillies. He also came up with the Phillies. All these came up with a team, so I can't say, oh, they were drafted by a different team. I don't know. He may still play in Philly. I don't know. Not Gary Maddox. I thought John would get this. Phillies outfielder. Where's Diego? Diego would get this. Yes, Andrew. Andrew Herrera. Adubel Herrera. Okay, so Andrew and Jenny tied with 2 apiece. Oh, this is a tough one. But this, Dan might get this. It's his White Sox. It's not Mark Burley. Dan wants to switch to 1989 tops. We were doing early 90s. Jenny wanted modern, so we're going modern. I might have some 89 tops, actually. Let's see. Pitcher, I don't know this guy. not Max Headroom. Yeah, where's Zach? It's a White Sox pitcher. It's not Liam. It is Putnam. Brian. Yes. Brian. I didn't think anybody would get that. Zach Putnam. Wow. Dang. So Brian was first to get that. So Brian is on the board. Okay, another Philly. I think the next two people will get. Max Headroom. Yes, there's a great reference. Max Headroom. I wish they made Max Headroom cards. Brian says he cheated. Yes, Scotty Dubs. Scotty Dubs was on my screen before Andrew and Jenny. Michael Franco. Is it Michael or Michael? So who did I say? Scotty Dubs. Got that first on my screen. It may be different. It may be showing up differently on your screen, but I'm just going by who is the first on my screen. So now we've got a picture, and I think a picture of a pitcher. I think you'll get this. Starting pitcher, Diamondbacks. Oh, wait, this is not who I thought it was. Never mind. They share the. I'm looking at. I'm like, oh, he came up. That's not right. This guy didn't come up with the Diamondbacks. He was drafted by the Cubs in 2013. I thought it was a different player with the same name and who played on the same team. Herman, yes, Zach Godley. So Herman's on the board. Jenny, this is all you. Jenny, this is all you. Minnesota Twins pitcher. Minnesota Twins pitcher. Also drafted by the team he's pictured on here. Mark wants to do 1976 tops next. Us old guys will do better. You know, I actually could do a 70s. It wouldn't be a pack, but it would just be a pile of cards. I don't have too many 76, but I've got a bunch of 74s. I've got a bunch of 78s. Not Sergio Romo, not Pat Neshek. It is Glenn Perkins. Herman, got it. Herman's got two. We've got a four-way tie. Okay. This one's going into my personal collection. You'll get this. Chicago Cubs first baseman. There we go. Scotty Dubs on the board again. Oh, Scotty Dubs takes the lead. Scott is in the lead with 3. So scoring update. Scott has 3 points. Jenny and Andrew and Herman have 2 points each, and Brian has 1. John has some great guesses in the chat, but John still has the big goose egg. Okay, no points awarded. This is a team card. Detroit Tigers team card. Next up, we go to Boston. Does the winner get a free Rick Russell card? 78 tops, Rick Russell. Boston Red Sox first baseman. Boston Red Sox first baseman drafted by. Oh, he was actually signed by the Red Sox. I didn't realize that. I thought he came up with the Marlins though. Let's see. Scotty Dubs got it on his second guess. Ramirez. Yes, Hanley Ramirez. I had too many coming in. So I had John with a point, Scotty Dubs with Segura, and then Ramirez. So yes, Scotty Dubs with the 4th point. So Scott is pulling away. Cincinnati Reds. This is going to be a toughie. Cincinnati Reds pitcher, born in his home. He was born in Evergreen Park, Illinois. As of 2017, his home was in New Lenox, Illinois. Yes, Scotty Dubs. Man, he knows his 2017 tops. Tony Cingrani. Out of focus. Okay. So Scott has now 5 points. Okay, this is going to be a tough one. Arizona Diamondbacks pitcher. It sure was on his jersey, wasn't it? I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize that. This guy's name is not on his jersey. We'll give Scott the point for just typing it in fastest. And actually, the only person that typed it in. Diamondbacks pitcher. He was signed by the Diamondbacks in 1998, but then played for the Rockies. Not Fernando Valenzuela. Not Bob, we had a baby, it's a boy. I'll give it to Herman. It is Jorge De La Rosa. Jorge De La Rosa. So Herman, we'll give you the point. I'll give you, if you get first or last name, unless it's like John, like if his first name's John, I don't know if I can give you a point on that. Maybe we'll just, if that happens, we will, this one I have to go upside down because the name's on top. It's insert. John should get this. Colorado Rockies, if it's in focus. John is a dick name. All right. Focus. It looks like Moises Alou from afar. Max! Max in the house, and he gets it. How about that? Max, his first comment in the chat, and he gets a point on the board. Andres Galarraga. Let's see. What other guesses did we have? Todd. I had Max in there with Andres first. Scotty was right behind. Todd, Ellis Burks, Galarraga. Big Cat. Here we go. Oh, John, this one's for you. John, this one is for you. Get ready. Memorable moments, New York Yankees. Come on, John. John, this is all you. Where's that 70s card show? Reggie! John gets it. Reggie Jackson. John is on the board. John is on the board. Yes. John has a point. Okay. Now we have another insert. It's funner. It's more fun. I don't think funner is a word. It's more fun when we have a mix. I agree. Because some people don't know the newer. Some people don't know the older. Toronto Blue Jays. Outfielder. Joey Bats. Max with the point. Jose Bautista. Joey Bats it is. Max with his second. All right, John, I think you know this one. Here's another gimme. I think this might be even easier than Reggie Jackson. Not 70s, but 80s. And he's on one of the Hall of Fame ballots. Who's going to be the fastest typer of this one? Scotty Dubs came up first on my list. Roger Clemens. So point to Scott. Let me just double check. Clemens. Scott with the point. Scott has 6. Okay, here we go. Here's another one. This is another gimme. A future Hall of Famer. St. Louis Cardinals. Mark says his fat fingers are hurting him. Max with Albert. Yes. Albert Pujols. So Max coming on strong. Okay, here's a rookie card. Oh, we got to run on rookies now. This is a toughie. Oh, no, it's not. This is a gimme. It's a tough one. If his name wasn't on his jersey, so who can read fast enough and type? Dodgers pitcher with his name on the jersey, on the card. It's a gimme. It's not Sheldon. I do want proper spelling, Victor. He does wear jersey number 25. Who can get their pixels in focus fast enough? He is a right-hander, I think. Yeah, if it's pixelated. Yes, Max. And he did spell it correctly. Segadin, Rob Segadin. So Max with the point. Max is creeping up on Scott. Max is now solely in second place. We've got a Rockies third baseman. Here's his rookie card. You don't have a jersey number or a jersey name to look at. California native, played his college ball at UCLA. Third baseman, Colorado Rockies. Not Jeff Hoffman. Good guess. Always Story. Not Ryan McMahon. Another good guess. Not Lou Alcindor, nor is it Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Third baseman, Rockies rookie in 2017. This is a tough one. Going once, going twice. No point awarded for Pat Valaika. Herman, just too late. No point awarded. Okay, Twins pitcher. Okay, Jenny. Minnesota Twins pitcher. Played for the Giants. Looks like he played one season with the Pirates. He's got a long last name. Jenny got it. Ryan Vogelsong. Yes. Ryan Vogelsong. I was hoping you would type in. This is one of those where it's like, Ryan, do I give a point to Ryan? But Jenny with Vogelsong nailed it. Ryan Vogelsong. So Jenny back on the board, 3 points. Here's another rookie card. San Diego Padres. This guy's actually had a pretty good career. Brian Wolf in the house. What's up? Padres outfielder, rookie in 2017. Let's see. Who was he? Drafted by the Padres in 2013. Yes, looks like we've got Max and Jenny. Who do I give it to? I've got Max with a misspelling of Renfro, but I know what he meant. I'm going to award the point. Max says give it to Jenny. I was going to award the point to Max. I knew, but we'll give it to, or maybe we do a half point. I think we should do a half point. I think that's fair. So we'll go half point to Max and Jenny. Okay, another rookie, Oakland A's pitcher. Oakland A's pitcher, rookie in 2017. He did play for the Cubs recently. Jenny, yes. Jarrell Cotton. Yes, I'll give you the point even without a first name on Cotton. That's a rare enough name. Okay, now we go to the Blue Jays. Toronto we go. This guy, I think, grew up near me. Yes, he was born in Peru, Illinois, which was just about a 30-minute drive from where I grew up. We must have been the same age, too. Yeah, he was born in 1982, same year as myself. We did not play each other in sports. Let's see. Not Today Van Poppel. Not Pat Neshek. Not Troy Tulowitzki. This guy's a pitcher. Played for the Blue Jays, the Mariners, the Pirates, the Blue Jays again. I think he even played for the Braves. John says, looks like 60 Minutes is concealing the identity of these players. Herman with the correct answer. It is J. Happ. Herman with the point. That's 4. We've got a close race. So my points, and I think maybe I awarded Jenny and Max half point. Maybe we'll let Max said give it to Jenny. Maybe we'll let the chat decide at the end. So I've got Scott in the lead with 6 points. I've got both Max and Jenny with 4.5 points. I've got Herman with 4 points. I've got Andrew with 2, Brian and John with 1. So that's the point standings as we go to the Texas Rangers, and we've got a pitcher for the Rangers. Drafted by the Blue Jays in 2010. Came up with the Marlins in 2013. Let's see. Yeah, he was from Peru. I think he went to St. Bede Academy. Cooter says, this is the story of my childhood. 48 Blue Jays and not a damn Giant. Not Kimbrel. Not Kimbrel. I don't know much about this guy. I know who he is just because I watch baseball. Once I see the name, I would not have guessed. Actually, I probably would have said Greg. Somebody said Holland. Not Greg Holland. That's probably what my guess would have been. Not Greg Holland. His Twitter handle is SamboD88 or Instagram. Let's see. No clue. Let's say going once, going twice. No point awarded for Sam Dyson. Sam Dyson. Okay, no point. Pirates. Still no Giants for Cooter. Pittsburgh Pirates outfielder. I can't give his Twitter handle because it'll give it away. Drafted by the Pirates 2013. Jenny got it. Frazier Adam is correct. Adam Frazier is the correct answer. So Jenny takes the... Oh, Jenny is within a point of Scotty Dubs. Let's see. Is there still a team in Pittsburgh? Barely. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 7 left. This is a tough one. San Diego Padres outfielder. I'm pretty sure this guy played in the Midwest League when I was working for the Peoria Chiefs in 2012. Not Aguiar. Aguiar. Padres outfielder. I could give you his Twitter name, but it would give you his entire name. His Twitter name is his full name. This is a tough one. So I'm going to go once, going twice. No point awarded for Jabari Blash. Jabari Blash. No point. Okay, now we go. Hey, we've got a giant for Cooter. We've got a giant Cooter. Okay. Pitcher for the Giants. Cooter on the clock. Let's see. Jenny says, Herman, you're looking these up. Giants pitcher. Yes, Max gets it. Mark Melanson. Mark Melanson. Point to Max. His Twitter handle, Mark_Melanson. So Max with a point. Oh, let's see. I'm screwing up here. So 1, 2. Oh, shoot. There we go. Okay. Now we go to St. Louis, the Arch City. St. Louis is boring. Second baseman for the Cardinals. Came up with the Padres. Yes, Max. Jed Jerko. Ooh, Brian was right behind. Point to Max. Oh, shit. Point to Max. Point to Max. Okay, now we go to Tampa. This is a tough one. Tommy Herr. Great name. Good guess. Outfielder, Tampa Bay Rays. He doesn't have social media. His Twitter and Instagram handle is #TopsBaseball. We've got an outfielder for the Tampa Bay Rays. Not Wander Franco. Not Austin Meadows. Not Lowe. Not either one of the Lows. Brandon or Josh. Came up with the Mariners and then went to Tampa. Not Dickerson. Let's say going once. Going twice. There's a team in Tampa. No point awarded. It is Nick Franklin. Nick Franklin. Okay. Now we go to the Texas Rangers. Outfielder for the Texas Rangers. He came up with the, let's see, he was signed by the Mets. I bet Max can get this because he played here in Wisconsin. Max is a Cubs fan, though. Played with the Brewers. Played with the Astros. Here he is with the Texas Rangers. Not Mike Napoli. The internet pixels say they're done on my end. Blurry McBlurson, yes. Not Lewis Brinson. Max says pixelated. No, it's not pixel. It looks like Judge. He actually does look like Judge. We're going to give this one to... Damn it. Max and Jenny are like right on top of each other with... I know it's spell check on Max's end. It is Carlos Gomez. How about this? I'm going to give 1 point on the previous to Max, and I'll give this one to Jenny. So we will take the half point away. Or wait, so we're going to give that half point to Max. That half point to Jenny. And then this one to Jenny. So 7 points for Jenny, 6 points for Max. Okay. Is that okay? Y'all cool with that? If we score it that way? Or as Harlan says, just give them another half point. Andrew says, no, sounds dumb. Max is using mittens. I feel like I'm wearing ski goggles. I know. What the hell's going on? We're down to 2. So here, with 2 players to go in 2017 tops, we have Jenny with 7 points. Scott and Max have 6 points each. Herman has 4. Andrew has 2. Brian and John. Even John has a point. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to save. So I've got 2 left. There's an easy one that I'm going to put at the bottom. This is a tough one. We'll go tough first, easy last. Texas Rangers outfielder. And it looks like he came up with the Rangers. Not Josh Hamilton. This is a tough one. I don't think anybody's going to get this one. Not Jose Canseco. Draft year was 2011. He was a 17th round pick in 2011. I don't think that's going to help much. 17th round pick in 2011. He made his debut with Texas in 2015. Not Nick Williams. Let's say going once, going twice. This is Ryan Rua. Not Juan Gonzalez. Herman says, is it Rowe? No, it's Rua. Ryan Rua. Okay. So if Scott or Max get this last one, and this is a gimme. You just got to type the fastest because this is a gimme. It should be. Actually, no, it is because his name's on the back of his jersey on the card. But he's also a superstar. So we've got Jenny with 7 points going into the last card. Jenny has 7. Max and Scott have 6 each. Herman has 4. Andrew has 2. Brian and John have 1. Okay, people are guessing already. Slow roll. Okay, ooh, slow roll. Okay. I slow roll his head, but it's got his batting helmet. Let's try to get it in focus. We're going to slow roll it. You should just start throwing out guesses. Just up. Can you get it with this much? Can you get it with that much? Ooh, got a couple Adam Jones guesses. Jenny nailed it. Yes, Jenny is our winner. Manny Machado. How about that? Max and Jenny with good guesses with Adam Jones. Saw the Orioles helmet. Manny Machado. Jenny is our winner. I thought we might end up going to a tiebreaker. No tiebreaker needed. Okay, so that was impressive. That was a fun game. On 2017 tops. I think we do it again with maybe like 1978 tops. This would be, I think it'd be tough for like some people like Rance Mullenix, Jerry Mumphrey. So it'll be tough, but I think John will run away with 70s. So I think I'll just pull out like a stack of, I don't know, like 13 cards, and we play 1978 tops. Greg Minton is your best 19 card. Yes, the airbrushed Greg Minton card. If you're not first, you're last. There you go, Brian. Let's see. Thank you all for playing. Let's see. Jenny says you should make a custom pack with a mix of older and newer. Actually, you know what? That's an even better idea. Instead of just grabbing a pile of 78s and doing only 78s, I should make a mix of like 15 cards and do a mix of like just all different eras. 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. it's the all new Name That Player. By the way, speaking of Name That Player, I stole this game. Actually, I think we both stole this game from who was it Mike Oz? No, Mike Oz ripped packs with players, and then the players talked about the players that they were ripping the packs on. It was Darren Rovell. I think Darren Rovell played this game. So we stole it from Darren Rovell, where he would, and I think he played it with himself, Darren Rovell playing with himself on Twitter, where he would do like, okay, this is Gary Templeton. But Bronco Baseball Card Illustrated here on YouTube was playing this game at the last Madison Card Show. And I'm like, this is fun. And then I stole the idea, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to do it on Monday. So every Monday he's going to have a guest guesser. And he did an episode yesterday with somebody down in the Chicago show. So make sure to subscribe to his channel. He sets up at my show, and his channel is Baseball Illustrated, and awesome content. Speaking of the Madison Card Show, next one is Saturday, December 17th, 9 to 3 at the Sheraton Hotel, John Nolan Drive, 125 tables. So that's the next Madison Card Show. Let's see. NP Pfeifferm says, I need to get that scanner you have that IDs cards and rig it up to my monitor. Andrew says, I know they make calls with a list and then make it interesting. Does that mean if you're last, you're first? Did you see Mike Summer has the Tethered Brothers on Wax Pack today? I did see I haven't listened to it yet, but I did see that they were going to be on. Jenny is heading out. Congratulations. Jenny's the winner of Name That Player 2017 Tops. Herman says we topped out 50 viewers at only 10 likes. That's a bummer. We have better at 13 and 36 right now. So if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I'm not as pixelated tomorrow. We'll try to sync up my mesh network. My internet's working. It's just the satellite down here is misbehaving, not acting well. So it is 8:30, so I'm going to run. I've got some shipping to do. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow, probably at 7 a.m. Central, maybe at 7:15. We'll see. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.